Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a disassembly for you of this very interesting little guy. This is the Sanrenmu 9165 KB, I think there's probably a name for it, but that's what it says on the blade, so I'm going to go ahead and trust him. This was actually donated to me by a very, very generous viewer, whose name I'm forgetting at the moment. I should always have that ready for the disassembly. But look, here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. This knife has an interesting sort of situation in that you can see here, this is a slip joint knife. However, it has this little pin in the back here. This little pin pops out and actually locks the blade in position. So you can lock the knife open, or presumably you can lock the knife closed. I'm going to put this little pin in position here to lock the knife closed nominally for this disassembly. Now, the reason I'm doing that is anytime that you have a slip joint, there's always the question of whether you're going to the spring tension is going to be too strong and it's going to be a pain in the neck to get back to oh, come on. Sorry, I just noticed that this screw was underneath the pocket clip. Well, it looks like we got some screwing to do here, folks. Generally, I'm more excited about that, but at the moment, not so much. Anyways, so I'm hoping very much that as I do this disassembly, that I will be able to pop that backspacer into position, or keep the backspacer from popping out there, such that I can disassemble this guy without a whole bunch of pain and suffering, and won't have to fight the spring back into position. This is a pleasant dream. I don't think that it's going to be a reality, but it is a very eminently pleasant dream. And come dream a dream with me, folks. Please. Oh, crap. I'm wondering whether this is going to work at all, just because this goes into the scale on the other side here. Okay. See this right here? This is what we call a hack. This is a spacer, basically. The screw is a little too long, so that just keeps that in position there. I'm going to try and remember to... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that on the pivot screw externally, so that way I know... See, right there. That way I know to put that back into position when I do this. Okay, so now how can I get this thing freaking apart? Can I get this thing freaking apart? Well, crap, that was easier than I expected it to be. Hey, maybe I am hashtag a brilliant man on rare occasions, right? All right, so what this is doing now is we've got this lock bar is held in place by this, and this. So my dream, my hope, my fondest desire is that I'm going to be able to pop the blade out of there without dealing with all of that. And, okay, there's two phosphor bronze washes. There, so I need to keep that in mind as I am reconfiguring. I just realized I'm doing this on a timeline. Okay, so I have to leave for dinner in approximately T-minus 20 minutes. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, I can do this. We are on a mission together, folks. There is a mission here. Let's accomplish it. All right. Let me pop this off here. Come in. There we go. So then these two washers, there's a pretty heavy grease on this, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do a little bit better than is currently being done. Oh, yeah. I'm actually thinking I might have been a brilliant man by putting that there, because there's not a whole lot of tension on this blade right here. So I'm hoping, dreaming, that I'm going to be able to pop this blade off without too much in the way of pain and suffering. Oh, yeah! You know, some days I wonder whether I might be a brilliant man. Mind you, the moment I wonder that, the universe tends to have a way of showing me that not so much. But by God, is it sometimes, you know, appealing, that desire, that dream. Is this actually carbon fiber? Maybe. Or maybe it's just laminated on both sides. Or maybe it's G10 that's dyed to look like carbon. Look, I'm not going to take a strong position as to what this is in terms of your material science here. But nevertheless, okay. So this side also has 2 washes on it, so I just need to make sure I do 2 washes per side. I need to, God, I'm just a freaking wreck today. I'm realizing now that I am almost out of my little fabric swatches. which, believe you me, I go through at a pretty good clip. And by the way, if you are out of fabric swatches, then boy, do I have a video for you. If you check out my knife disassembly toolkit video, I talk about all of the various tools I'm using in this process. And there are links and everything if you want to support the channel while buying them. Otherwise, you can buy them elsewhere, and that's totally cool with me, too. All right, so I'm going to head clean this off here. Leave that there. Leave this here. Wow, these are super thin. I cannot even express to you how freaking thin those are. It's borderline concerning, like I'm slightly afraid that I'm going to cough and bend one of these guys. The real question is, why are they that damn thin? I don't know. Some answers man was never meant to have. You know? All right, so there's that. Now we clean the pivot, which should be straightforward. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off this back part here. Clean that. Did I wipe the blade off? I did. Did I clean the inside of the pivot? No, I did not. Clean that out in there. All right, beautiful. So, now we reach the point of reassembly. So, my goal here is to lubricate and reassemble. That's completely semantically void. Enjoy. All right, so what I'm actually going to use here is what's called KPL Heavy. That's right, Knife Pivot Lube, the folks who make Knife Pivot Lube. See, not a brilliant man after all. Anyways, Knife Pivot Lube folks have decided that they were going to make a heavyweight version of their existing product, which is actually a really good idea, frankly. I that's one of the very best things Nano Oil's got going for it, is the presence and availability of both high and low viscosity versions. And so they've created a higher viscosity version, which I am just demoing right now. I can't vouch for it. I'm not 100% that it's a beautiful thing, but it's a nice idea at the very least. And I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to use said higher viscosity Knife Pivot Lube here because we don't need a super drop shutty action. And you know what? It can't hurt us to give it a try. Well, okay, it could in theory. Maybe if it were, like, really attractive to scorpions. I don't know if there were scorpions in San Diego. Probably somewhere out there. Okay, so back at the ranch, we have lubricated. Did we lubricate the pivot itself? Probably not. Now we have. Okay. All right. Now I pop this. Oh, yeah. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm occasionally good. Let's be real. Okay. The reason I'm so happy with myself is that generally doing that is a pain in the neck. But actually using that little tab there, which, by the way, is not a bad idea in and of itself, giving you an easily removable and not usable way to make a non-locking knife temporarily locking, is actually kind of smart. I think it's a good idea. And I'm glad that they gave it a shot over there at the Sanrenmu. My understanding is that Chinese knife laws are actually kind of crappy. Maybe somebody from the China can actually, you know, elucidate that for me. But because, like, locking knives are apparently a problem for some areas at least. So it makes sense as a hack there. So they can make a knife that they can sell in China as well as elsewhere in the world, where those crappy restrictions are not there. And folks like, what is it, Germans? No, Germans can have locking, but not one hand open? I don't freaking know. The UK, this is probably super illegal in the UK. Oh, don't get me started on knife laws. Anyways, back at the ranch, what have I done here? I have plugged the knife disassembly toolkit video. By the way, I always feel a bit like an asshat for plugging that kind of thing because, well, frankly, the you know, I don't know, it can feel very commercial. But the other thing is, if I don't mention that, then every third comment is going to be, oh, Nick, where do I get that screwdriver? Oh, wow, it's a great lubricant. Where can I buy it? And just putting all of that in that one place in that video has actually probably saved several years of my life at this point, cumulatively. So I am pretty happy about it in general. And that's why you see, you know, perhaps the channel is all about blatant commercialism, but that's where you see a blatant private commercialism there. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this loose. This will allow us to actually manipulate the knife again. Come on, there we go. Holy crap, that's overly tight. Let's go ahead and dial that back about 1,000,000%. That's still overly tight. Let's make that suck less still. Okay, there we go. A little bit of blade play. Okay, let's tighten back up. A little bit of play. Beautiful. That is actually smoother. Nice. Hey. Oop, little slickery there. Got some oil on the fingers there. All right, so I think I need to tighten that further. No, I'm good. All right. Oh, these Torx bits are on their last freaking legs now. Okay, I'll pop that back into position there where it lives most of the time, unassumingly. Maybe it assumes a great deal, I don't know. All right. I need to, as soon as I log off of this, go order some strips as well as some Torx bits and resupply. Why is this not freaking working? Let's try the other one and see if it pops into position. Oh, goody. I was feeling too bold. I've flown too high, too close to the sun, in claiming that I might occasionally be a brilliant man, and now, by removing the pocket clip, which, by the way, was required of me to remove, I may be in a world of suffering. Maybe on a one-way bus to Hurt Town. What have I done wrong with my life, aside from trying to reassemble a Sanrenmu? There's a freaking insert in there. Okay, so see right there. That's my problem. Okay, this is going to be good. What I have going on here is a little metal insert onto which, oh god, I just dislodged it. The pocket clip clips. And that's held in place with a little bit of grease. Okay, this is where I run out of time. The clock is ticking. Here I was thinking, oh, look, I'm a brilliant man. Hey, I'll be done in time. Nope. So now what I have to do is, with the blade open, which is going to just be great, because recall, I can't actually do this with the knife disassembled because the freaking screw is under the pocket clip. So now what I need to do is get this in place. Hey, did it just fall into place? Could that be my life? Okay, it fell into place. Holy crap, guys. Okay, now what? Now what? I need a thing. Some kind of monad or another here to pop in there. All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and shove a Q-tip into here. Come on. Shove. There we go. Now, my dream is that this will keep this pressed up against the surface here. Yeah. Sure. This is fine. All right. There we go. Now, come on, screw you, little bastard. And go, bite in. Hey, did I just pull that off? Holy crap, I did. All right, hey. Victory is mine. Well, victory is distributed amongst all who fight, but at the moment, I'm the only one fighting this, so victory is mine. All right, so we are dead setted. We are popping open a little bit more readily than we used to be, which is nice. Action is fine. It's a slip joint riding directly on carbon fiber with 2 micro-thin phosphor bronze washers. It's not going to be, oh my god, incredible, but you know what? It works. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of lubrication onto the tang here, which is a regrettable choice of phrasing, and we'll go on ahead. And we're done. 15 minutes. All right. Aside from a last-minute challenge there, if I did more video editing, I would insert the Legend of Zelda final boss music into that little section where that thing fell out. But, yeah, we are mostly... I need to stop. Luckily, I have to stop. We are all set here. So I hope this has been interesting to you, and you have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.